a network design. And it really depends. So that's why I can't say 3 servers, but if you can't have a network without having machines. So that's what I'm saying. So I don't know what kind of checklist you're asking for. And I'm saying that because in particularly every chapter that we've talked about in the last 5 weeks all have a machine related to it. So if anything that we've talked about has a device related to it, then it needs to be in your design. So, Jordan, what is it? Okay, I don't hear you, so I don't know. So, when you're talking about, so I guess I don't know how to answer that question. So again, we could go back to everybody write something on the whiteboard, and you're not going to do that today. I'm not doing that. But if you follow layer 1, okay. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know how to answer that. Because I'm not going to be pigeonholed to, you only said 2 servers. See, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that to myself, because then that's not fair for a truer design. So, I mean, if I go back to networking, you can't talk about a network without the basic. Yeah, Jordan. So yeah, you don't have any restrictions on it. Yeah, you don't. I see your question, your comment. You don't have any restrictions on it. So I guess what I'm trying to figure out is what's missing. So I'm just going to, a network by definition, going back to 114, is 2 or more nodes connected together. So if I'm asking you to design a network, then I'm talking about 2 or more nodes connected together. And so as we build on what a node is, you're now defining the devices and the roles that they're playing. So when I say you have a network design, it has to be, it's something that's connecting 2 or more machines together. And in that connectivity, it could be as complex or as simplistic, as simple as appropriate for your network. So it goes back to that understanding of networking that started at 114. So you got at least two or more machines connected together. The rules for that connectivity is the OSI model. The rules applied to a network now is TCP/IP. The devices that are doing the connections depend on how close or how far the 2 machines are, because it's either going to be a local area network or a wide area network. And if it's a wide area network, that means there's something in the middle of that connectivity that's letting them connect. So all of the networking components, now I'm just asking you to think about how you put all those pieces together. So if you say network design, you have to say client server model. You have to say, if it's a peer-to-peer, you have to be able to know why a peer-to-peer is good over a client server. So all of that knowledge now you're bringing into this class. So to ask me what's in a network design means I go back to start teaching networking again, and I go back, and that's not going to happen. So in that network design, you already knew IP addressing was class A, B, or C. You already have known that, because you can't take this course without taking 302. So you already know about subnetting. You you already know about class A, B, and C. Now, if you need to review subnetting or something that's a 302 concept, that's a different concern. But all of that applies to a network design. All of those things that you've learned from 114, so those definitions, all of that, 302, if you had those server courses, all of that now comes into play right here, because now you're overlaying security. You're putting security on top of all of that. Where is now, you've drawn a network, so now where have you overlaid security? So I go back to Diamond's question where she's asking about MAC filtering. So depending upon, so really that's all of them are really a depend. So if you know, so now what would be the consideration?